I was a sophomore at CU, undergrad, in 2001. Building stuff in my bedroom, and I had built effectively a GPS logger. So I had to get parts from Canada and parts from New York and put all these things together on my desk in this breadboard, and I was having the time of my life learning about microcontrollers and how to wire up effectively like prototypes and little electronics. And to program the code and to get the code onto the microcontroller, you needed a piece of equipment. But then one day, as I was building this thing, I moved the programmer onto a few screws, a bit of wire, I'm not sure what, but there was a spark. And there was a little bit of smoke, and I fried my $150 programmer. So what do? Just like anybody else, you jump on the internet and you look for the cheapest possible replacement. Look all over, and there was this website that sold programmers for $30. So you look at their website and you say, okay, they've got the best thing and this looks like it, and there's no add to cart button, and you have to fax them your credit card, and you have to pay this extra money to get it airshipped from where? From Bulgaria. So I said, this is pretty difficult, but there's got to be a better way. And so I quickly figured out that if I started a company, I could basically feed my own addiction to build more projects. I'm a nerd, right? And so if I need this stuff, maybe some other nerds need it too. And then, as they say, the rest is history. So when we moved out of the old building, we had to take a bunch of things out of the ceiling, including these little pointy PCBs. What production had figured out is whenever you panelize stuff and you have something left over in the middle, it's a 4-point sort of star. It's very pointy. And what the folks in production quickly figured out is like a pencil to the dropped ceiling. If you throw this stuff into the ceiling, it'll stick. And so we had hundreds of these little pointy PCBs stuck into the ceiling that we had to kind of take out before we moved out. My favorite thing about SparkFun are the people. And as you walk around, thanks post-COVID, people are now kind of back in the office, and you can see people in the office, and you say, hey, how was your weekend? Oh, it was great. Hey, do you want to see something neat? Yes, I want to see something neat. And sometimes it's the peppers that they're growing in the window, or their new chia pet, or their new dog, or some electronic gizmo that they're building. It's the people and just their passion about the stuff that they're building. I wouldn't say that we're all wired the same way, but there's this kind of river through SparkFun of people that are very passionate about very fun, small, specific things. And I think that makes us kind of all on the same footing here. The longer I'm in the industry, the more I realize it hasn't changed. I think it's just going to accelerate. So over the last decade, it's gotten much easier to build stuff. We've seen our customers who have gone from, learning Arduino in 8th grade to coming up with prototypes for some business that they're now running 10 years later. And that's really encouraging to see. I think it's only going to get easier. So the advent of name your favorite AI is going to write the code for you. Something else is going to design the board for you. Now we are just going to say intentions, and something will be created. I need a thing that does X with these other things. And rather than hammering on that for years, it will be created in weeks. And I'm very excited about that. I think that's really good. SparkFun can play a part in that, and it'll make my job easier. Yeah, I'm very, very excited about the future. I'm ready to build new fun stuff inside of it.